Howdy, welcome to Vocabulary for Day 2. Today, what we're going to be doing is looking at our vocabulary words in sentences. So, yesterday you learned about the word damage or damaging or damaged, and we know that that causes physical or mental harm to someone or something. And if you look at the picture right there, you could come up with a lot of different sentences. But the goal is that you can take the vocabulary word and use it correctly or identify it correctly in a sentence. So the first sentence I wrote about this horrible tornado right here is the huge tornado damaged homes and buildings in the small town. Now that is a fact sentence because we can see the huge tornado. We can see that it is damaging the homes and the buildings, and we can notice that it's also a pretty small area. So remember that when you do facts, that they are true statements. An opinion is when you have a feeling about something, and it can change from person to person. But we did use the past tense because we added the ed, so the huge tornado damaged homes and buildings in the small town. Now, this is a question because it starts with a questioning word. Remember, our sentences start with a capital, and it says, "Did your house receive any damage from the gigantic tornado yesterday?" So they're asking a question, so we can say, "Yes, comma, my house had a lot of damage done to it yesterday." So anytime you use a questioning word and a question mark, somebody can answer you. So that is using the words damage or damaging or damaged in a sentence. Our next one is beware. And this is a more difficult word to use. I actually had to look it up because it's not easy to use in a sentence. You could say, like the sign said, beware of the dog, which means to have caution, that you could get hurt in the situation that you're looking at. So looking at these trees right here, I can already tell that this is a hurricane coming in. So it says, beware of fallen branches and limbs during a hurricane, because anytime these limbs or these branches can fall off and come down and hit you. Then it says the meteorologist told the public to beware of the hurricane's fierce, damaging winds. And meteorologists are people that study the weather. So this is a little bit more difficult word to use in a sentence, but you think of something where you need to take caution. Our next one is bend, bending, or bent. Looking at this picture, we can see a young lady that is using the wall to bend all the way over. And it says Maria can bend over backwards and touch the floor. In gymnastics, comma, we took a breath there. We practiced how to bend our bodies to improve our flexibility. So Mr. Gowdy has you do a lot of bending exercises, or bend over and pick things up, or go play and bend your legs up in the air. And what it does is it improves your flexibility. And remember that bend means to curve without breaking. Our next word is flash, flashing, or flashed. Whoa, look at that picture. That is some serious lightning. And our sentence is, the dangerous lightning bolt flashed brightly in the night sky. And remember, we want to put those adjectives in. Dangerous, lightning, and then bolt is the noun. What is it doing? It's flashing. Where is it flashing? In the night sky. Night being an adjective. Isn't that cool? Lightning bolts flash and light up the sky with their brilliant bursts of energy. And remember that you need to either use flash, flashing, or flash because it's a verb. All right? And this one is an excellent sentence because we have capitals and punctuation. We're using really nice adjectives right there to describe the burst. It's a brilliant burst. It's a lightning bolt. The only thing I could say here, and light up the night sky. I could put night right there. But look at that. Isn't that neat? And remember, flash is that intermittent or inconsistent bolt of light that comes on and off, on and off. It can have a pattern or it can be inconsistent, meaning if you're looking at the lightning bolt, see how inconsistent it is? Some areas are flashing, some aren't. And so that's what flashing means. Pound. Pound is that verb, pounding or pounded. Happening right now, happened in the past. The ed adds to the past. And it says, the man went walking in the pounding rainstorm. And that just simply means that repetitive hitting down on you. And if you notice, the rain is so heavy, you can barely see the buildings or the homes behind it. And it's coming at the same rate down, and it's hitting him. Pound, 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 pound. And then our second sentence says, rain pounded down. Let me start over. Rain pounded down as the thunderstorm moved through the town. So it's pounding, it's coming down at those beats. The next one is prevent, preventing, or prevented. It is also a verb. To prevent damage from the hurricane, we boarded up all of the windows on our home. So they're boarding up the windows so that the rain and the wind doesn't break the windows out. And they're preventing it, meaning stopping something from happening. The plywood on the windows prevented damage to our home during the horrible storm. All right. And remember, prevent means to stop it before it happens. All right. Ooh, look at that tornado. Reach, reaching, or reached. And remember, reach means that you have gotten somewhere you're going, or that you're stretching out towards something trying to get it. It says the tornado reached our home 20 minutes after the first warning. When tornadoes reach the ground, they do a lot of damage to buildings, trees, and cars. Oh, that's nice. Right here, we have a beautiful list of things, and we used a comma, and cars. And remember that reach means to get where you're going, or to stretch out and try to get something. And how it's being used in the sentence is it's getting to the home 20 minutes after the first warning. And when tornadoes reach the ground, so see, I'm stretching out and going towards this area right here. I can already tell you that if I saw this tornado coming, I would be very, very worried, because that is a powerful tornado right there. The thinner, the more dense it is, the more compact it is, the more dangerous it is. Our next one is equal, equaling, or equaled. And remember, to equal means to be the same as on both sides, or to be equal in value, like a number like 4 and 4, 4 objects and 4 objects. It says the man's weight was not equal on both sides of the paddleboard, so he lost his balance and fell into the water. I added an extra period there I need to take out. Do you see that? I saw it when I read it back. That's why it's so important. To successfully paddleboard, you must keep your weight equal, or you will fall off into the water. And I think I need a comma right there. So see, the reason that you read things back too is to catch those mistakes, because when you pause and you have a natural pause, you usually put a comma in. So if you notice, is the man equal? If you notice his right leg right there, he starts shaking a little, and boom, he goes over into the water because his weight is not equal on that paddleboard. All right, so that's your words this week, your vocabulary words, and you have now seen them in sentences. I hope you use some of them to write with, because that's how you get really good at knowing how to use new vocabulary in writing. It's just simply by using it. So have a wonderful day, and thanks for listening to me.